Hello, welcome to this live blitz game. I'm just gonna send a search out for a 5-minute blitz game. And just before we even start this game, I'm gonna have to warn you, I've been awake for, let's see, a little over, I think, 15-16 hours, so I'm not at the top of my game. Anyways, we found an opponent, a Serbian guy. He's playing the d4. I'm gonna play the Indian defense, knight to f6 here. Right, and then I'm gonna push pawn to e6. This is the normal continuation, and now we're gonna get into the Nimzo-Indian. I like this position very much. I think it favors, well, I don't know if it favors in an engine analysis, but I like it. I have lots of good attacking opportunities. One thing I might get a problem with is activating the white square bishop. Pawn push to d5 is also coming at some point. I might place my bishop on a6, just because this pawn right here on c4 might become vulnerable. Right. Let's see now. Takes. That's not a good position. Not a position we want to be in. Can he defend that pawn? How is he going to defend that pawn? He can go knight to d2, and then he's actually safe. So we can't do that for now. What can we do then? Could do the exchange on c3 just to bring double pawns on his c file. That might be good for the late game, but right now it's not gonna help me. I'm just gonna castle. Waiting move. Let's see how this game develops. The pawn on c4 might come under attack at some point. Okay, now I'm gonna take the knight. I don't really have a choice here, otherwise my dark square bishop could be trapped. Okay, so now I'm definitely gonna go knight over here, just to put pressure on that pawn. He's probably gonna go, he can go queen to a4 or knight to d7. Or he can even go knight to e5 if he wants to, but that's bad, because then I'm gonna push pawn to d6 and get the... Okay, he opted to go for the queen to a4. I think that's a pretty sound move. Let's see if there's any way I can exploit this. Let's see now. I can go over here with the knight. I think that's good. Always center your knights. Now this knight is a huge threat for him. It's attacking an undefended pawn. And he defends that pawn with the rook. That's probably not a bad idea for him. Let's see. So I'm gonna push the pawn up now. He can't take this pawn. Or he can, but if he does take that pawn, then I'm gonna go over and take his white square bishop. So he's in a dilemma now. He needs to add a defender to the pawn. He can go knight over to d7, or he can do this. This move is very easy and straightforward for me to deal with. I'm just gonna push up. Now he's probably gonna go to c6, and I'm just gonna exchange if he goes to c6. Let's see now. Should I exchange really? I could go up here, and then what? Then what? Oh no. That's a bit of a danger, isn't it? Let's see if I go up here. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Actually, I was thinking of exchanging, as I said, just taking the knight with knight to my knight on a5, taking his knight on c6, but this move might be better. I like this a bit more, because now he can't move the knight. The knight is pinned to his queen is undefended, and my queen is pointing down on it. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a free bishop. Thank you, I guess. Now he's gonna have to move the rook. Yeah. And then what? Then what? Let's see. What can we do? What can we do up here? Is this a bad idea? Is this a bad idea? No, I think I'm gonna do this. Yes. Yes. Let's see now. What can we do here? Take the pawn. Now what can he do? Knight to e7. No, that's just gonna lose material. What can you do? Queen to. What can he do? He can't do anything. I don't believe he can do anything. He can think pawn on b6. B6. Should I just take the pawn? No. I'm gonna take the knight now. Now I'm up 5 points in material, so this should be a win for me. But I have this tendency to screw up in the late game when I get a winning advantage in the middle game. So let's hope that doesn't happen to me again. Can I just take this pawn? What are you gonna do if I take this pawn? You're gonna have to take the queen exchange. Then what? Okay, then I'm gonna get another pawn. You're not playing very well, my friend. I'm up 7 points in material now. My opponent is not playing very well at all. I should activate these rooks. I'm not afraid of him taking my knight on e4, which he has 2 attackers on now. If he was to take with the rook, I could recapture with the white square bishop, and if he took with the queen, then I could go down for the mate by taking his rook. So I'm not really that afraid of his attack here. Okay, now he can take the pieces there if he wants to, but I don't think he's gonna want to do that. Just gonna take here. I could even take with the knight, kick his queen around. I think I'm gonna do this. This also allows me to kick him at some point, or check him at some point. Okay, yeah. What are you gonna do then? Then you cannot do anything. Then you're pinned. His queen is pinned to his rook. So what does he do then? He can take the knight. No, that's not gonna help him. He's gonna have to move the queen or take, and he opted to take, obviously. So that's one more bad exchange for him. Now he's in a real mess. Take, no, that's no good. He can go down for the check. Check, takes. What then? Let's see now. I want to do this. The reason is, let's see now. This is getting very risky. I only have 40 seconds, so I have to play a bit fast. If he goes king to h1, which he didn't, okay, then I'm just gonna do the easy move and take his dark square bishop. And now I'm 10 points up in material, so this should be a win. I just want to exchange my pieces as fast as possible now. Get the queens off the board, get the rook off the board, and then just push up my pawns to upgrade a new queen. That is my main objective now. Getting the pieces off the board. I have a huge material advantage, so now it's all about just reducing the material. So let's get the rooks off. He's gonna have to take this one. Well, he can go queen. Oh, okay, he didn't want to take it. Right, then we're gonna do this. And then the queens are gonna come off afterwards. I think they are, at least. Let's see. Is there any way I can play this differently? No, I'm gonna do this. If he pushes pawn to e4, then I'm gonna go down here. And now I'm threatening mate on g1. He's gonna have to do the queen exchange here. There's no way around it. He must do the queen exchange. Okay, I get his queen. I have 17 seconds, so he's probably hoping he can win this one on time. I'm gonna have to play really fast now. I'm not gonna go for the mate, even though I have the rook and the queen out on the board. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upgrade the b pawn, and then I'm just gonna let him push up his pawns if that's what he wants to. 13 seconds left. Let's see if I can do it in time. Yeah, he's just playing waiting moves. He knows he can win this one on time if he's lucky. Oh, let's see now. Let's see now, what can he do? And then what? He's gonna go over here, and then what? Now he's checkmated, and then it's a one game. So I had 9 seconds left. This was actually a pretty interesting game. We made it up to 43 moves. As I said, I'm just gonna go through this game with you just quickly again. As I said, I'm very comfortable in the Nimzo-Indian in this position, very comfortable. So I had no worries here. This was all very comfortable for me. Pressuring the c4 pawn. Where did he go wrong? He made some mistakes along the way, obviously, because he had a huge material advantage when we got into the late game, and that just cost him dearly. So let's see now. Right. I think knight to a5 is definitely the best move for black in this position. Right. And then what? Perhaps his choice to defend with the queen by going to a4. Is that the best possible move? He could have gone knight to d2, as I mentioned. And that would actually pretty much create a solid defense for the c pawn. He would be pretty safe for now, but that's also a passive move, you know, putting the knight a rank further back. Normally you want to get it into the center, not placing it further back. So he opted not to do that and play a bit more of an aggressive move, putting his queen out there. Then I got this. This was also a very sweet move for me, getting the knight to e4. That's just a deadly square for a knight. e4 that's just huge domination when you can get a knight over there. Anyways, then got into this position. He obviously had to defend. He was under a lot of pressure here. His c3 pawn, his c4 pawn was both very vulnerable, and now especially he's in a bit of trouble. So here he opted to go knight. Again, he chooses the more aggressive move. He has two choices here, really. No, actually, he perhaps only has one. He can't go to d2 anymore. If he had done that earlier, then my knight wouldn't have been able to go to e4 either. Perhaps he should have played knight to d2 back then. Anyways, this move is definitely not good for him, and definitely not the way he played it, because now he has his queen pinned, and then he's in a world of hurt. Yeah, and his decision to take the pawn on d5, huge mistake. He loses 2 points of material in this variation. Then we go back here. Yeah, taking pawn on c6, c5 here, definitely not a good choice either. I think he should actually have considered retreating the queen. Yeah, retreating the queen. Just getting it out of harm's way. You'll notice his knight is actually defended by a pawn now. So if you had retreated here, say he had gone back here, now he would be attacking my undefended knight. So if I was to retreat, say I went back here, right? If I wanted to defend this knight, I would have to move it, and that would lose me a tempo. He would actually be pretty good in this variation. Say I opted not to defend the knight and do the aggressive move, exchange these knights. Now he can both take this knight. If he does this, then this variation would probably have occurred. On the other hand, if he had taken my knight with the pawn here, then this variation would have occurred. And he's actually not that bad in this position. He's down, let's see, 2 points of material, but perhaps he can hope that I make some sort of mistake that will help him get even, or even get the advantage back. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk anymore about this game. I certainly enjoyed playing this game, and I hope you enjoyed watching this game. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.